sometimes I feel like I'm putting together like Frankenstein's monster because I feel like I'm just another bad creation. See, these hands have so many issues that the brain no longer wants to subscribe to them. But I have to ask, are you judgmental as the folks that you hang around with, or do you feel it's best that you speak upon their behalf?
Okay. All right, this is your boy, Mr. 151. I'm sitting here with LJ. LJ is, you know what? Forget that. I'm not even going to try to introduce this dude. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Name's Wombo, as everybody calls me, LJ. Now resident, been a resident.
Oh, no. Go back to the name.
The name, Lee Wan. Shut up, man. Asian? No, I'm not Asian. We're not about to do this.
My bad. I'm just checking.
Say no Shaw Brothers type thing.
Oh, okay. Got you. Cool.
But originally from Detroit, Michigan. I started migrating out of high school, went to school in a small city called Lima, Ohio, where I graduated high school, and came here 6 days after 9/11. Actually, came here September 17th here in 2001 as a Army personnel.
Oh, you want to know? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now you've been here for a while. Mm-hmm. So after 9/11, you consider yourself a Fayettevillian now? Or do you now? Okay, no. Question is, do you claim Fayette now?
Yes, I do. I've been here 15 years. I mean, I'm still Detroit to the bone, but I mean, I've been here 15 years. I mean, you got to claim a city after here for a certain amount of years, regardless of what you say, except for you.
I'm sorry. I will tell anybody, yes, I was born here. I consider myself raised in the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Nice.
Yes, Fayetteville is home. Virgin Islands is home too. So, do the poetry, spoken word. You know, I knew nothing about spoken word until I met you. I was impressed and a little shocked at the same time because I'm like, what are they doing? Hold on. Wait, when I heard spoken word, I was always thinking, okay. I don't know if there's some cult, everybody, snapping their fingers at the same time and stuff like that. Explain exactly the culture, the art behind it.
Yeah, well, spoken word itself, I mean, if we're going to really go back to like where spoken word started, let's go back to Africa. We had the African griots, clansmen that used to get around campfires and do these stories for the people of their tribe. It should start from the art of spoken word itself. You got to go back there. As it becomes an art form now, it's a lot to spoken word that most people don't get credit for it. I think everybody get the meaning misconstrued. What I mean by that is spoken word, it's almost a marriage of two different types of artists. So of course you do have your poetry, the artist, the poet, the one that writes the poems. But the great thing about spoken word is the element of performance. And a lot of people keep forgetting that. Like spoken word is based off the marriage of pretty much poetry and theatrical arts in a sense. So when you go to these events, especially poetry slams, you'll see a lot of people present poems in a time frame actually, but what they're doing is they're actually giving a performance, a dramatic representation of the poem that they wrote based on the situation that they were in, or just a weird element of surprise that you always hear with certain poems.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're talking about the event that you ever I'm not going to try Southeast Regional
SERNC. Let's just go SERNC.
It's still a lot of letters. Tell them what SERNC is.
Alright, so the SERNC. See, yeah, I don't want to go through the whole spiel because the time. So SERNC was a festival that was actually conceived by one of Fayetteville's famous poets, godfather poet, Mr. Neil Ray. He came up with the brainchild of this, and a couple of us other artists got together and made a 2-day event in a sense just for it, which then ended up spawning into what we have now, which is a 4-day festival.
Yeah.
So it's definitely been a blessing. Kind of fell into being a director of it since the first one, because the first one I was more so just helping the events get planned, and now I'm like the director. So to keep this event going, and next year I believe will be our 4th or 5th year.
When is it?
It's April. It's the last week of April, normally around the time of Dogwood Festival. But it's a 4-day event dealing with poetry, spoken word, workshops, a lot of random events, youth events. Everybody's always welcome. We have a lot of poets come, not only from surrounding areas, but we also have a lot of poets come from out of town, meaning like other cities in North Carolina, or out of state, even as far as Florida, Virginia, South Carolina. We have a lot of great poets, award-winning poets come to participate in this event in some way, shape, or form. We even have a lot of the venues here in the city help sponsor as well.
What other events or what other like things do you do other than just that? I know you was at where today?
Today I wasn't anywhere just yet, but I will be, the building where we're at now, I'll be hosting an event here later, which is Art Meets Life, that we do every first Friday here in Sweet Valley. Every second Friday we host an event called Versus, which is at Big Apple. And other than that, I'm a touring spoken word artist. I do creative writing workshops. I also do this event called Nerd Slams for various Comic-Cons within the state and outside the state as well. And I actually just got done doing my biggest Nerd Slam, actually the National Poetry Slam. It was over 450 people that was there. So,
Tell us about your experience at Fayetteville.
Fayetteville, it was a great experience. Definitely honored because first time I've ever been a keynote speaker for something of this magnitude at a college. So to speak about my life and what poetry has done with me and explain this to other writers, that's the great thing about it. It was a great experience. It was the biggest, they told me it was the biggest class they've had inducted. I think we believe 30 to 50 students, which was a big turnout. Definitely was glad to do that event. It was definitely a blessing because almost a full circle of the beginnings. You're seeing the people that wanted to give up on writing, but they decided to stay, and now they're looking to blossom to a lot more because of it. So it was definitely a great experience.
Gotcha. You got all these other terms that y'all use. You come down talking about writing and stuff, and talk about how you compile your lyrics or stanzas or verses, whichever terminology. Yes, I'm not one of those individuals who are well versed in there as LJ. So if you want to, then that's who you contact. You look at rap artists and you look at musicians and stuff, and how long it takes them to prepare their material, and the artists that they prepare for. How does that relate to spoken word or poetry?
With spoken word, it really just depends on the vibe or the notion or idea that you have. There have been poems that I've written within 15 to 20 minutes straight with no stops. There have been poems that took me literally 3 to 5 months to write only because of the type of content that was being added, or the type of story that I was trying to build. Because you never want to rush a piece. If you have a feeling for a piece, that's one thing. But if you're honestly trying to craft a certain piece, then it takes time. Because anybody can put together a great dish that looks good on the outside, but that doesn't mean it's going to be food for soul. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. For some reason, because like I said, I see you perform and stuff like that, it still takes me back to musicians and rap artists and things like that of that nature. And then you always hear about these ciphers, freestyle battles and stuff like that. Is that the same? Is that the same thing when it comes down to poetry? Do y'all have like ciphers and freestyle battles? Do you freestyle poetry? Or?
It's one and the same actually. Myself, I mean, it always been involved with a freestyle cipher, but as far as
so I can't just tell you right now, I need you to freestyle something for the audience.
Nah, I won't be able to do it. But when it comes to ciphers, yes, poets do ciphers, and they may do some of the work that they've already had written, or they may freestyle something. It really just depends, but poets do ciphers. Every now and then, you get a good group of poets together, and once an event or any type of moment is presented itself, they'll get together and say, hey, let's go for it. And then it all starts to being on the corners, it starts to being in the building. It just depends on the vibe. So when you're around like-minded people that want to jump in. And
where do your vibes come from? Like, what's your inspiration into what you do?
My backstory, my life, I call her my old lady. We call her my missus, the boss lady, because the boss lady keeps me straight. So,
I bet you won't say that term "bae" either, huh?
I say bae.
I know I heard it with the boys one time talk about "bae."
Nope.
It's funny how we use the term "bae."
And it's the Danish word means poop and everything like that. Hey, how you doing? That's nice. But it comes from a lot of things. I mean, for me, I'm an empath in a sense, so a lot of the vibe I get will be based on the room and the energy around. I know it's kind of weird because after you have so much energy, you gotta be to yourself. Yeah. Always that way, but as long as it's positive energy in that room, I like to take that all in and try to keep myself away from anything that's negative.
Good.
average. Some say that I care too much, but I say it's more of a condition that I don't want to change. But I'm used to this muscle hurting when it overextends itself. Leave your beautifully handcrafted remarks for folks that seek that validation, because those are the same folks that hide truth as if it's a blemish on their skin. So share yourself like Rocky Dennis, because a mask will only lead you to portray a role. But ever love all weaknesses and pull those words away from your face so you can see the beautiful flaw that is hidden within a sentence. So you can either be made in his image or you can be made in a mirror. Want more information about this event and every event that's going on in the city, go to Facebook and look up Poetry in Fayetteville. If you need to know about any more events that are going on with me personally, go to my website at eljabowens.com, or you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at LJ, that's ELJA Poetry.